Hey gamers, Rick here for Painting Happy Little Minis. That's right, Rick. I went there. I stepped ahead of all of y'all. But welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick.
I'm Gretchen.
And I'm Dave.
And we're going to be painting some Wizkids miniatures today. Some of their new elementals, which are pretty awesome.
They are pretty cool.
I believe that they did some elementals early on, but they were small ones.
Right.
Like, but these are the medium-sized ones.
Yeah, they're all labeled medium, and they're 2 to a pack.
Yes, which is really cool.
That's nice.
So this one's the medium air elemental. Should we have a quick look at that? Oh, what's on the spinner? Oh, not on the spinner. There we go. So there we go. That's the medium air elemental.
That thing looks amazing.
Which is pretty cool. Crazy tornado. Doesn't have a face.
Yes.
Doesn't have a face.
Just a void.
Just a, yeah.
The
frightening.
void.
And then I've got the medium water elemental. Whoops.
Right.
Look, just like me, that'd be all clumsy fingers. You can see that guy right there. And
You got that there?
yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
There it is.
Focus.
There he is, the medium water elemental. I've already kind of put a little bit of paint on him. But, yeah. And then Gretchen has, if you want to put
I have
the
the
fire
guy right there.
fire elemental.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Focus.
Got it.
Focus.
Focus. There it is.
There we go. So he's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can paint fire today.
I like it.
I'm gonna learn myself
Excellent.
a thing.
So, have you ever, in any games, come across a elemental?
Well,
Either one of you? It
I
doesn't have to
say-
be D&D or anything like that, but like a video game or whatever.
I mean, I think there's a few things I can think of, like Disney movie-wise,
Okay.
where you cross paths with some crazy guys. But in our campaign, we actually play with an elemental
Ooh, we
friend.
do.
Yeah.
Like an elemental character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She's part wind, right?
An air genasi.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right. But it's...
I won't take away your nerd card. It's okay.
It's just one of the ones that I've never really...
I thought it was
Able to see.
Genasi, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, genasi. So...
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me, Dave. So Nick is here. Chris is here. One Inch
Nice.
Hero says hello. And Lee Mahan says, hi guys, I love that air elemental.
Nice. Welcome, everybody.
And almost like magic.
Ah,
Yes, did we get a...
I just throw him on. It's fine. He's a feisty little guy. He's fire. He's
He is
feisty.
indeed.
He wants to escape. He's
Excellent.
But you were going to say there, Dave?
I said as if by magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this the air elemental is finished.
What?
No, just
What?
kidding. This is a different one.
I was going to be like, what?
So there we go. You can see it on the screen there. But so yeah, I'm just waiting for some of the washes to dry on this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I thought I'd do with the air elemental is mix up some cool colors. Well, actually, in this case, they're kind of warm, but some fun colors.
Okay.
Screamer pink from the Citadel paint range.
Okay.
Some white and some matte varnish
Oh, okay.
to sort of thin it down a bit,
Right.
but keep all the sort of the color together. And also the matte varnish is going to stick to the translucent plastic
Yes, because it's not...
a little bit better.
Yeah, because they're not primed by any means. So.
Yeah, definitely not. What you could do is hit them with a matte varnish beforehand, which will help your sort of washes and paint stick to them. But yeah, if you mix in some matte varnish into your painting, so it washes,
Okay.
you'll get it to take it a little bit further.
Nice.
And this one I wanted to keep the sort of the clear nature up near
Right.
the head and the hands, and just get a little bit darker as it went down towards
Okay.
the base.
What would be cool is if they had like bases that you could put these on that had like an illumination.
yeah.
So it would come up through it?
Like
That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
Definitely. How it actually, yeah, with the fire and the water,
Mm-hmm.
I think the it's all clear all the way through.
It is.
For the air though,
Yeah.
it has the primed base.
Oh, it has a prime base. No
So
bueno.
Wouldn't work for the
No.
air elemental.
Well, it is a good thing we have our Elon Musk spinner because it has lights on it, but I have them taped over right now.
Right. So we can't use that.
Yeah, not today.
Not today. That's cool.
We'll get there. It'll be good.
And on the spinner at the moment, though, Can we check it out? Yeah. So I told you I'd bring it back in. This is the owl bear that Rick painted at Alliance Open House on the weekend.
On the paint and take, yeah. It looks all right.
Yeah,
Looks nice. I like them.
not bad at all.
That was a lot of fun. The paint and take was a blast. It really did seem though that everybody just wanted to paint the owl bear.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
very few dragonborns being painted or the Asimir
Yeah.
paladin, I believe it was.
Well, the winner though, because
Yeah.
he brought along a box of the Nolzor's monstrous pigments
Mm-hmm.
from Gal Force 9 and the Army Pen
Yeah.
as a prize, and the winner was a Dragonborn model, right?
It was. It looked ridiculous.
It was awesome.
It was so good.
It was fantastic. I was actually a little bit embarrassed
Mm.
when I saw that. I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah. And how when they took the photo, they kind of set up their own little light box.
Yeah, that was cool too.
It's crazy what people can end up doing with just with minis. Like I've been lurking on the page, and it's been insane.
Yeah, there's some amazing artists in the Facebook group. And speaking of the Facebook group, make sure if you haven't already joined it, that you go over to the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group and request to join, because if you're painting miniatures or interested in painting miniatures, there's a great community that we're putting together with painters of all levels, from me, which is down here, to Dave and others, which are up here. And like I said, everywhere in between there.
I like
Yeah.
that, how when you do that, like you can't see it at the top of the screen.
Yep.
Maybe read down.
Because I was
Yeah.
literally touching the ceiling.
Yeah.
Because that's where you guys are.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
And if you have questions or if you have techniques that you use that you want to add to the group, we really do like that. We also like the pictures that everybody takes of the works in progress, as Dave likes to call them.
You're terrible. Sorry, Carl.
Also, One Inch Heroes and says owl bears are the best bears.
They are.
Yeah.
I wish they were actual real things.
Gene Miller says you can't beat the owl bear. It's true.
So good.
Also, someone had asked if you primed them before adding the washing.
And the answer was no.
We did not, but you could. But as soon as you prime them, you're going to lose that translucency, which is absolutely fine as well, if you don't want that.
Right.
It's all good.
Also, Kurt from Smirk and Dagger was asking, hey, Dave, did you land your tagline yet?
Not yet.
He's still pushing for, until next time, brush with greatness.
Fresh.
Wow.
It's a
Brush
nice
with greatness.
I still like mine. Take every day one stroke at a time.
One stroke at a time. It keeps morphing. Every time he puts it out there, it's a different version of one stroke at a
Okay.
time.
It's true.
Little by little, bit by bit.
Yep. How do you paint a miniature? One stroke at a time?
That's right.
There you go.
I'm Dave, and I'm probably better than your paints.
Oh. Who wrote that?
No, me. Just
Oh,
now.
wow.
That's what the owner said. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
It's going to be like, wow.
Because that is wrong.
Nick says, I just picked up 2 owlbears to paint.
Awesome.
That's a rough time for the party.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So, Nick, make sure when you're working on those that you post updates and stuff like that in the group, because we'd love to see it.
Yep.
Oh, and Chantel says, my group is fighting 2 elementals right now.
Nice.
Like right now.
Like this minute?
This very minute.
That's frightening. And you've got time to watch us paint them?
Nice.
Masterful.
Killer.
TPK.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that are new, maybe, and of course all of you that have been watching for a while, you know that sometimes we like to give things away.
No.
And I have
No.
something to give away today.
Okay.
And, we got about 24 people watching, so that's a pretty good amount to be like, hey, you might want to,
Get out there and share the post.
yeah, so here it is. Here's what we're giving away today. It's a little something, a little creature that might be pretty popular and known amongst all ye out there.
Oh, look at
the
that.
beholder. So I was going through some boxes of stuff at my house, and I was like, hey, a beholder. Because every time I find one in the wild, I'll pick it up.
Yep.
And so I found this one a while back, and I figured I have a few already. I don't need another one. That's not true. I need all of them.
You do.
But I wanted to make sure that someone out there in interweb land can get one as well if you haven't already. So what's the hashtag today, Leon? What are we going to go with? Eye of? Beauty is in?
Yeah.
What?
Hashtag my beloved beholder.
Damn, that's a lot. Hashtag
You got to be devoted.
paint strokes.
Paint
That's-
strokes.
Yeah, let's go
How
with
about just brush strokes?
brush strokes. Okay.
Hashtag brushstrokes.
Hashtag brush strokes.
Behold my brush strokes. What's it going to be? What's going to be the hashtag?
Well, let's go with
Hashtag brush strokes. There we go.
Hashtag brush strokes.
Johnny has decided for us.
Yeah. And then it'd be awesome if you all would share this as well in either a group that you're part of. I would say don't share it in the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition group because I already did, and they don't like it when we put it in there like 15 times.
In Hispanic.
Speaking from experience.
Yes. But if you want to share
They
it
might
on
get
your
themselves
personal
banned.
page or in a group, a painting group or whatever, we'd really appreciate that. And
Yep.
that would be awesome. But yeah, hashtag brush strokes will be the entry for today. And we'll announce it just after the show in the chat who the winner is. Because it's an amazing fig. And everybody should have 30 of them.
Speaking of total party kill.
But it's just a community. They're not out there killing
Oh,
anybody.
okay.
They're just hanging out, talking beholder stuff.
The community of beholders.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Just hanging out, relaxing, all cool, painting some minis outside of school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you dropping sick lyrics.
One Inchiro says, I'm currently in the process of sculpting my own beholder mini, but I wouldn't mind having that one.
Hashtag brush strokes.
Hashtag brush strokes.
Hashtag brushstrokes.
Nice.
I love it. See if I can invite more people to come watch us. I'm going through my friends list here, just inviting everybody because they love it when I do that.
Yep.
Don't you guys? Don't you love it when you get that? Rick has invited you to watch a video. Rick has invited you to join a group. Rick has invited you to like a page.
Rick has already signed you up for a group.
Yeah, Rick is that guy. And I apologize, but I'm not sorry.
Careful of it.
Rick is hanging outside in your bushes at your house.
That's true. Okay.
So what was the process that you had told them, Dave,
For
for the painting the elementals?
painting the elemental, using if you want to still have that translucency in there, you want to thin down your paint, or you want to be using a wash and mixing it with some. So either some matte varnish. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Acrylic matte varnish, or a gloss varnish. So something like the water elemental that Rick's painting.
I use the
gloss.
varnish, the gloss varnish,
Yep.
yeah, which is right here.
Yep.
So you guys can see it. It's,
That is the
Oh,
one
right
I
here.
am using as well.
you can see that right there,
From
the
a fire
gloss, the
friend
gloss
here.
varnish. I mixed up I can't see the
I think it's called a blue-green.
blue-green, but
Yeah,
by
it's a
model color. It looks like a old,
It's an older one
older
from my
one.
collection.
Yeah.
But, the
From
colours
his
have
paint
rubbed off
collection,
quickly.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Do you not have a paint collection?
I just have paints.
You're not doing it right. Get with the program.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm just going to show you something on the close cam here, and we'll have a little bit of an experiment. So I've got some, on Tuesday after the show, I went and picked up some Nighthaunt Gloom
Oh, okay.
and some Hex Wraith Flames,
Okay.
which are this green and sort of grey-blue washes, or technical paints from Citadel.
Okay.
And without any varnish mixed in, be it gloss or matte.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of, I don't know if you can see because I can't see it on there. There we go.
Yeah, that's
See how
good.
it's kind of pooling and sort of beating away from the surface.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to wipe that off as much as I can. And then bring it back and mix it with some of the matte varnish
Okay.
and see what the result is.
Nice. So another thing that we like to talk about on Painting Happy Little Minis, besides the amazing miniatures and paints that we use, and again, thank you to Wizkids for sending us these elementals. We do appreciate it.
Elementals.
Gene, who was in the chat earlier, he may
Cool.
still be there. We also like to talk about two other things: Netflix and maple syrup. But today,
Nick
I,
just
And by
comment-
like, I mean Rick likes
Yeah.
to talk about that.
I really do.
Nick
This is
just
a-
commented Netflix.
Yep.
Yes.
But we're not going to talk about Netflix yet, or maybe that's as far as we're going to get with it, is just that reference that it
comment.
exists.
Excellent.
But because
Until they start
maple
sponsoring us.
syrup is food, and I like food, and
I do like food as well.
I do, yeah.
Food buddies.
Yeah, we're food
Yeah.
buddies. So the
I don't
wonderful,
like food.
Get out.
The wonderful
why I sit in this
people
end.
at Carolina Game Tables, who we have our table here from, they also put together this funny little dinner and dice book, a little cookbook, and it's got a bunch of different like menus in it. But what's really fun is
The
that
devil's nachos.
the Devil's Nachos is, listen to this list of individuals that had added things to this. Tracy Barnett, Elizabeth and Kenan Bauman, Clint Black and Jody Black, who are from Carolina Game Tables, Ivan Van Norman from Geek and Sundry, Scott Woodard, Christopher Helton, Andy Hopp, Nicole Lindros, Tony Law, Kevin Culp, Stephen Kenson. There's a bunch of game industry individuals that put some fun little menus in here. One of them being like under the appetizers, we have the Devil's Nachos, grilled Pesquito mozzarella skewers, grizzled thingies. Let's look at grizzled thingies.
They're literally called grizzled.
Grizzled
thingies.
thingies.
That's kind of scary.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm kind of frightened by that.
I'd eat it, but okay.
It says, here's what you're going to need. A can of chunky yellow tidbits, pineapple probably, a can of what passes for corn kernels, a whole mess of self-rising what passes for cornmeal, a cup and a half should do it, some self-rising flour. If it refuses to rise on its own, smack it in the butt or sing a really annoying song until it gets out of bed. Baking soda to taste.
I could do that.
Exactly 1/2 of a teaspoon of crusty white crud. I think you people call it salt. A cup of buttery cow drippings, buttermilk will do. An egg from a chicken or a salamagux, if you can find it. And one of those onion things the kids are always talking about. Some sort of spicy fresh peppers. Jalapenos are good. If you're a wuss, use sweet peppers instead. Also some green onions. Oh, and fresh chopped garlic. Garlic is all that and a bag of chips and a lot of oil. I don't care what kind you use. And then it goes on into how to make it all and put it together, whatever that is.
Nice.
We have Miss Jackie's Best Cheesy Onion Dip. Pizza dip. That actually looks really good. The pizza dip right there. I'm going to see if I can put it in the... It just looks so delicious. Yeah, there it is. Oh,
Delicious.
man.
Gross.
It's not. It looks so yummy.
I'm not sure what you're used to eat.
Yeah, that's what I was
So,
It doesn't look delicious. It may taste delicious, but it doesn't look delicious at all.
It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it tastes good.
Ivan Van Norman's add in here to the appetizers is the Snack Tower. Chunk carrot, celery dip, and a desire to watch the world burn is what you need. And then
to cook. That's all you need.
that's all you need. And then of course there's instructions. Then it goes into entrees. The entrees are the Chihuahua sandwich, crocked red beans and rice, goblin verde,
Ooh.
game
Sounds good.
unfriendly grilled Gruyere and marinated onion sandwiches, hell soup,
Gruyere.
Gruyere. Wow, thank you.
That's fancy.
It is fancy.
Rick's such a foodie. Such a
And
beauty.
you'll all
My
meet
gosh. I'm trying to help you out, bro.
at entrees.
Not me.
You
Throw
all
him under
meet
the
at the
bus.
tavern, beef stew.
You all meet at the tavern beast stew.
Yeah, because every adventure starts in a tavern.
That's my favorite so far.
The desserts are the Anzac biscuits, Aunt Beth's peanut butter swirl bars, bourbon bread pudding, microwave caramel popcorn brains, and summer fruit trifle. It should say truffle, but I think it just says trifle because it's trifling.
Yeah.
That's also a dessert.
It's a dessert.
Yeah.
I just like trifling.
One in Chiro says, once or twice for my game night, my RPG group has made themed dishes
That's
of
awesome.
what we felt the tavern in the town our party stopped at might
That's
have.
a good idea.
See, that's where I was going to go
Fresh
with this.
baked
Thank you
bread,
for
hearty stews.
jumping on because that's one great minds because that's where I was going
Maybe
to
you
go
didn't
with
have to
this.
read all of the entries.
I wanted to. I wasn't going to read them in full, just what was in here.
This
So-
episode of Painting Happy Little Minis is brought to you by the Food Network.
That's right. So that's
I'd
what I
be
was going
okay
to
with that.
ask people is if you, during game nights, if you do thematic foods to kind of set the mood. And if you do, what are some of your favorite game night foods?
Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
Oh, wow. Get out of your mom's basement, Dave.
I actually love cooking, and I haven't yet brought anything themed to game night. I brought garlic knots, homemade garlic knots one time, but I have been known to bake themed cakes and cupcakes depending on whose birthday it is and what's going on. So
Okay, now by saying that you have been known to means that in a week and a half on a Sunday for D&D night or afternoon, you're going to bring a thematic dish? That pleases me greatly.
well, you see, you gotta the way it works. The way it works is we gotta come up with a theme first.
Well, you did just
what's
do
the
something in a
challenge?
tavern, so...
I did just do something in a tavern, but that involved a lot of killing
How about this,
people.
road rations?
Road rations? That'd be fun. Road rations. are
Hardtack.
fun.
Yeah,
Hardtack.
that's what I'd bring.
Just bring a lot of jerky. Actually, I could make homemade jerky because my dad has has the machine to do it. What's it called? It's in my brain.
Dehumidifier.
No, it's like a smoker, like a big one. Like it's a
Yeah.
more giant.
That takes the moisture out of it.
Yes.
Like a dehumidifier.
Jean says, Rick just wants us to be hungry.
Yep.
Rick just wants to share his love of food and gaming and miniatures with everybody.
Emerald Dragon
Sure.
Game says, an oatmeal pie beer float.
That sounds yummy.
My dream is to have a Lord of the Rings marathon and cook every single meal I can possibly think of during the week that my friends are shut in because they're not going to know what it is till they're there. And that's the only way I'm going to keep them there forever.
Wow,
But
forever?
I got
it takes a long time, okay? I have extended edition and we have to cook every single meal. I got to hunt the rabbit
Wow.
for the potato stew.
What
get
are
with it.
potatoes, Precious?
So in the
Taters.
morning, after breakfast, would your friend say, yes, what about second breakfast?
I will be ready. I will be
With
so
apples?
ready.
You'll
This
be
is
ready
all
with
I've
apples?
ever. I just slam it. This is all I've ever
Really?
wanted. Okay, I have a need, and I'm gonna be there, and I will be cooking my life away. But it will be delicious. It will be the best
Excellent.
way.
I do like, that's the best way to live one's life right there. No
Deliciously.
doubt. Deliciously. Yeah, absolutely.
Uno Maestro from Twitch said, are calamari in a Cthulhu game a theme food?
Yes.
Question mark.
Oh, heck yes.
Absolutely.
Calamari on a stick. Speaking of which, there's some
No.
sitting on the table right over there from Tower of Madness. Calamari on a stick. Absolutely.
Yep.
Man, that sounds actually delicious.
And two people mentioned a Star Trek cookbook.
Ooh.
Oh.
The only thing is, you have to have a replicator to make it.
Yeah.
It's like curses.
But he said the real Carl was saying a real Star Trek cookbook would be ask the replicator for and then just eat it.
And hope it's good. Why does everything taste like chicken?
You could also make Red Dragon Inn drinks.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. That would actually be a fun themed night at a bar where all of the drinks, well, not all the drinks, but the specials are off the Red Dragon Inn menu. That would be a lot of fun.
Mad Zapper says, my group was on a boat crossing the sea. We had RP dinner to get to know the new player, and we had meat and cheese platter, salmon and lamb to wash it down. Lambic, sorry. And lambic to wash it
That
down.
sounds amazing.
Say
Yeah, that
lamb
sounds-
doesn't sound
Sorry.
themed, but lamb.
Lamb is
That
grind up
works.
in a blender to its liquid form. Sounds amazing.
Yeah, I did.
Worst cook ever.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, I've had his cooking. It's not bad. It's
And
not bad.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst ever.
Remember,
Oh, my.
everybody, we are
This is
giving
true,
away
this is
this
true, that's good.
amazing miniature. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're giving away the beholder here. So if you do a hashtag brush strokes, you'll be entered to win. And also, if you would be so kind as to share this broadcast, either in a group, just not the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, because we're already there, and we love everybody in that group. I just don't want to anger anybody, because I don't want to be like
Please don't block Rick.
banhammered out of my favorite group. And I don't want to say my favorite group because I have my favorite group, ladies and gentlemen, is Painting Happy Little Minis.
Your second favorite group, though, is
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragons 5th edition.
Yeah.
We saw that coming,
Yes.
and that's just fine.
Also, James says hello, and Keith is here as well.
Hi,
Thank you.
everyone.
Hello, hello. So we were talking before this about an upcoming holiday. A spooky holiday in October.
Does anyone know what that's called?
I don't know.
All Hallows Eve, I believe.
I got it.
Christmas.
Easter, that's the one.
Easter.
It's definitely
Devil's
Christmas.
Night.
It's when the devil bunnies come out and hide demonic eggs all over the place.
That sounds like a fun time.
It actually doesn't sound bad at all. Yeah, but for Halloween, we want to do something thematic. Do you think we should dress up for Halloween?
No.
Wow, that was a quick response from Dave.
I'm not. You guys could dress up. That's
Why would
cool.
you not want to dress up, Dave?
We could choose a costume for you.
Perfect.
I struggle enough being me, let alone trying to be somebody else.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
You know who I would love to see you dressed up as for Halloween, Dave?
Pudgy Deadpool.
That's actually not bad either. But I
I
was
got no idea
thinking
who-
Dr. Horrible.
Yes, Dr. Horrible. Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so good.
Right?
Yep.
Ha-ha! It's literally just a smock and some rubber gloves.
And some.
Oh, so Sunday.
So Sundays.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I could do that then.
One Ichiro says, I feel like it's a shame if you don't dress up for Halloween.
I agree.
Yeah. Like Halloween, you have to dress up, and you have to eat candy.
Maybe Drew will come in and dress
Yeah.
up and
Oh.
take your place,
That'd
Dave.
be awesome. Yeah,
Well,
Drew,
can
actually,
become-
if Drew could come in dressed as a space marine.
A Space Marine, because he
and
has the
sit down
full-on
and
armor.
paint a space marine.
He has a Space Marine?
We should totally do that.
No, I've got it. Dave needs to come in dressed as Australia's most famous citizen, Mad Max.
So Saturday,
Your Saturdays.
regular Saturday.
Don't you play Gaslands on Sundays?
No,
Sometimes?
but yeah, that could work.
Come in all surly.
One Ichiro says, I will come in and
Just like
paint in my
Tuesdays.
power armor. Yes.
Awesome.
What would be funny is you'd have to wear it without the bottoms because you wouldn't be able to sit down. It'd be funny and then if you just have the upper body parts and you're like,
We could get him a stool to sit on.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's true.
that'd be fine.
I don't know.
Should totally do it.
Do it, do it.
Yep.
But,
Rick, what character would you dress up as? Not cosplay, Halloween.
right.
Yeah,
Halloween.
cosplay is different than Halloween. Cosplay, it's all like crisp and professional. Halloween is meant to be cheap and
throw away.
fun.
And lots of puns.
Oh gosh, yes, puns, puns.
So I would probably go as Bad Santa from the movie Bad Santa.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
I thought it was from
So
Bad
I'd wear
Santa
like
2.
I'd wear the Santa outfit, but I'd have the jacket open. I'd have a white T-shirt, but I'd pour some sort of like tea on it to make it look stained of sweat all around it.
Oh, gosh.
And then I'd have a bottle of Jack, right? And because I don't drink, I'd take like 2 shots of it, and then I'd be like, perfect. I'd be in character.
What if you dressed up in a cowboy costume and you were a Jolly Rancher?
I love that.
Don't do this to me.
I love that so much.
Not like this.
Yes.
Not like
Everyone
this.
comment in below if you want to read to Joseph as a jolly rancher.
It's been great working with you, Leona.
A jolly rancher. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Oh my
snorted
goodness.
that.
That was funny though.
Oh,
Should totally do that.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's
So,
good.
and I think if we do a special Halloween edition, we should paint something in the theme of spookiness.
Yeah.
I
So,
think we should as well.
what companies put out maybe some Halloween thematic or just scary stuff?
Weird.
That's what I was thinking.
Weird.
Weird has some stuff.
Paint some weird stuff.
Reaper?
Maybe. I mean,
Oh, maybe we could paint some ghosts, some of the Night Haunt stuff from
Games Workshop.
Games Workshop, from Age of Sigmar.
I think we'd have to make it a little bit longer too.
Yeah.
A longer episode and bring in some other painters to kind of jump in.
Right.
Maybe do like an Iron Man painting episode.
That would be really funny to have people jump in because let me tell you right now, I would probably just be like, and now we're going to paint it this color and just see what someone could do with that.
Oh, it's like work through. So everybody, the miniature doesn't change. The miniature stays the same.
Yeah.
Just
Say
the
the
painters.
change, but the painters change.
It'd be difficult.
That could be fun.
It could be fun.
Carl says that Reaper has some awesome Halloween chibi miniatures.
They do.
I mean, Gretchen, we've talked about throwing in like challenges and stuff like that.
I
similar to,
love
like-
the idea.
similar
Who's
to,
going to
like,
be our
Ink
Alton
Master
Brown?
Or one of those competition shows, yeah.
Get the oven mitts. I'm ready.
No, what
Put
was
me
it?
in,
Cutthroat
Coach.
Kitchen.
Yeah, that's what she's called.
Excellent.
Malifaux?
That's
Malifaux,
weird.
That's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird minis.
Nope, I don't want that.
They've got lots of horror stuff.
Yes, they do.
Horrible.
Hmm?
Oh, that looks
It
good.
does look good.
You got some gold in there as well.
Not yet, but I do
Okay.
have gold that I think I'm going to start adding in a little bit of going with it. I don't know. I think I want the colors to pop a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see how he turns out. I can do this on paper. Minis are harder.
Yep.
I like it. It's a nice challenge.
I think that's the cool thing about these elementals is you've got such freedom, so you can mess around with ideas like from 2D painting.
I could honestly make a day of just messing around with the differences between 2D and 3D painting because it's something that I have not really done in a really long time, and I like the freshness and the challenge of it. I could spend a whole day just being like, all right guys, goodbye. I'm gonna go paint things, and I want to build a diorama.
Yeah.
Like I want to. I don't have the space or the money or anything, but one day I'm going to disappear for 2 weeks and come back, and it will be there, guys.
Excellent.
Be very confused. Take over Happy Little Minions, be like, bam, trees.
Here's what I've done.
Look what I've done.
I build these things.
Hair's all mess. I look like I've probably been in the woods for several weeks.
Did you build these or pick these?
Glue everywhere, glitter. It's fine.
Excellent.
That's how I roll.
Oh. Be careful where you pick up the miniatures. Sometimes the wash may not have dried yet.
I've learned that, but it's okay because I think getting in tune with your art.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Paint on your fingers. That's
yeah,
what you need to have. Without a doubt.
I am becoming one with my painting.
One in Chiro says, I have one of the Reaper Sophie minis from a Halloween promotion a few years back, and maybe I should paint one of those.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. I think I have a Santa Claus miniature, but it's definitely not a Christmas miniature. It's like, he's not a good guy.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember
Well,
who made it.
I mean, that's very Nightmare Before Christmas of you.
Yeah. but this Santa is like the Santa from Doctor Who or from Futurama type thing, coming in trying to kill everybody.
Like robot Santa Claus?
Yeah, like robot Santa Claus. I'm wondering if, or why Wizkids isn't making some Halloween special miniatures, like a scarecrow.
Ooh.
That would be a good one to do for Halloween. Scarecrow, a witch, Wizard of Oz. What's this called? Yeah. Also, for those of you that might just be tuning in, we are giving away a Beholder today.
Yes.
The Beholder miniature. If you'd like to get in on that action, you gotta just in the chat room or in the chat down there, just type in hashtag brush strokes.
Did you just say chat room?
I did. I'm the worst.
How old are you?
I don't want to say.
Fair
Everyone
enough.
knows.
Old man.
Wow. But yes, it's true. I am. I have
It's
the
okay.
elders.
I'm a child.
It's
I
true.
can-
You are. A wee lass.
Oh, we lass. Wee baby
A
child.
wee baby child. It's just my boo.
I was locked out of the school I used to teach at because they thought I was one of the students.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That's just how that story goes, at the end.
Wow. That is a tragedy in itself.
See, Dave,
Yo.
is that elemental of yours, is that finished or is that a work in progress?
I'm not sure. We'll let Carl decide.
Carl, in the comments below,
In the
is
comments
this
below.
a work in progress?
Actually, no, it's probably still a work in progress because I haven't painted the base.
Yeah.
But once I paint the base, I'm happy with that one.
You're not going to add a face?
I don't think it actually has one.
I think Rick has some googly eyes
Oh, I do,
in his office. Maybe we can stick those on.
That actually looks amazing. It really does.
And you saw how quickly it came together.
Yeah. I'm going to add to it.
Ooh.
Is it me or do they just look like they're at a rave?
Oh, yeah. When they're walking around in a circle in a mosh pit, swinging their arms to and fro. Yeah.
I think you'd be
And
going
what's
a little
funny
bit
is
faster for that.
I have a feeling that Gretchen's miniature here is going to really, like, rock the house.
Carl said ghosts
Maybe.
should not have white feet.
We'll see.
Yeah, fair call. Thanks, Carl.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
So also, you know, because we like to promote all the weird things that we're doing, make sure you're joining us over at the Painting Happy Little Minis group, our Facebook group.
Yep.
We do appreciate everybody that joins up and becomes part of our community and allows us to be a part of theirs.
think-
So,
Maybe next week we'll have a competition for when we crack to the 500 members.
oh, we cracked? We have
Yes.
cracked
Yeah,
500.
yeah. We cracked it like week before last.
All right.
But we
Yeah.
haven't come up with a competition yet.
We haven't. Maybe we should have them paint something.
Should we just do like maybe we should just have a random prize?
Let's see what we got on the palette coming back from open house.
Yep.
See what's in there. So if you guys want to actually get it, so at the 500 mark, we're going to do something now that we've broken 500, and maybe if we break 1,000, we'll do something there too. So invite your
double it up.
friends. Invite your friends that are into painting to the group. That would be amazing.
It would be a great, very cool.
Yeah. So, and plus everybody that I invite, all my friends that still are my friends once this is all over, because I'm like, come join us. Yeah, if you're not already in that group, that makes me very sad.
Head along, join up.
Yes.
And the name of the group is?
Oh, it's called Painting Happy Little Minis, just
Oh,
like the
amazing.
show. Just like the show.
Should be easy
I
to find.
wouldn't even know.
Dun dun dun. Can you hand me another miniature, please?
Sure. I think.
The other water elemental would be awesome.
Carl says those are both great. Speaking about the minis, and Rick continues to get better and better. I'm
What?
starting to resent that guy.
I resent it, but not for that reason.
Also, Emerald
Makes sense.
Dragon
Thank you.
Games said that's nice.
Nope.
That's hilarious. And accurate. And thank you, Emerald Dragon. I'm trying to think. Someone mentioned Emerald Dragon at the
Open house?
open house.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was.
In a positive way.
Yeah, it was Natasha, one of the sales reps.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're talking about cool stores that get involved
Yep.
with their community.
That are sharing our programming too,
Yep.
but also being involved in their community.
Where are they located at?
Florida.
Florida.
If you're looking,
Don't ask where in Florida.
scrunching down the. Does it really matter if it's Florida?
South of here.
Yes.
Just Florida. Florida's Florida anyway.
Yeah. This is going to be the best. All right. I've had enough. I
Yeah.
got to say it. Has anybody watched Iron Fist yet on Netflix?
I have.
Have you? The new one?
Yeah.
Season 2?
Season 2, we watched the first couple of episodes.
I haven't watched any of it yet, and I want to start this weekend. And I've heard nothing but good things. Like it's actually upped its game from season
yeah, I liked it. I liked it more.
1. Okay. That pleases me greatly. Anybody else out there taking a peek at Iron Fist Season 2? Please say something in the chat. Please. Hashtag Netflix. I'm
Comment
surprised-
below if you've watched Iron Fist. And if you haven't, comment below.
Dave, have you watched anything on Netflix recently?
Dave, do you watch anything on TV?
I do. I do watch things on
Emerald Dragon Games has watched it.
Okay.
They said it's really great.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to hear. So what's the last show you watched there, Dave? It doesn't have to be on Netflix.
No, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones,
Oh, that's right.
and
You
I'm
have
up
mentioned
to
this.
episode 5
And-
of season 5.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, dang.
As a refresher, what is kind of happened?
Season 5 is one of my favorite seasons.
so this is it's like the episode after Jon Snow was elected Lord Commander of the Night's Watch,
Okay.
and he is just about to head to Hardhome
Oh.
with Tormund Giantsbane,
Okay.
and yeah, there's a lot of people who aren't too happy about that.
Yeah, of course not. Hashtag stab you up.
Yep. The Mother of Dragons is having trouble sort of ruling and actually breaking down the concepts of slavery within the minds of the masters.
Okay.
So,
It's a good one.
yep.
Yep.
She's just fed one of them to the dragons.
As you do.
Yeah. That's what I would have done, totally.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so that's what's going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get orange out at some point, and it's just going to like spray me in the face.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
No, that's just a truthful fact that
That's
I'm
what it
putting down there. I'm
does.
just, you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm prepared for it. I'm ready.
Also, Emerald Dragon Games says, Dave, your Kraken for your charity is done.
Oh, fantastic.
It'll be sent out Monday.
Excellent.
Also,
Excellent.
James says, so long, everyone. Have a good day.
All right, James.
Bye, James.
Hey,
Thanks for
James.
joining us. All right.
Fantastic. Emerald Dragon Games, I will send you a message via the Facebooks.
What?
With Dave's new tagline.
Which one? Still haven't worked it out. The tagline, I'll paint you later.
Work towards progress.
Work towards progress. It sounds like I'm leading
I'm
some
Rick,
sort of
and I'm
revolution.
Dave. Work towards progress.
Everyone, welcome our new mini overlords.
Yes. That sounds appropriate.
Yep. Maybe not.
No, dang it.
I'm Dave, and I like eating paint.
Brush lickers of the world unite.
Oh,
There we go.
Gross.
That's nice. See, I'm more of a paint water kind of girl than a
Drinking the paint water?
Yeah, than a
Yeah.
brush liquor.
Fair enough.
I don't know if
Is that
you want
because
any of
you,
that.
like, when you're painting, you have a
I
Like a mug of
may,
coffee or-
yeah, I usually have a mug of coffee, and I usually also have a mug of paint water.
Yep. I've solved
Because
that
I
problem.
live dangerously.
Yeah. I've solved that problem by making sure that the container my paint water is in looks nothing like any of my cups.
Live on the edge.
And there are that difference. I'm getting older now. I've had that like 10, 15 years of dabbling with them. Is it paint water? Is it not paint water?
No, you don't question it. You just consume
Consume the paint.
and deal with the consequences.
I don't even want to know what those consequences would be. It'd probably be something explosive.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
Speaking of something explosive, what are you doing over there, Rick?
I'm fanning my miniature to hopefully make it dry faster because
Okay.
it's so thin that it's just not drying very fast.
Yeah.
I kind of want it to be drying.
I think I've painted as much as I can paint on this one. I think it kind of looks like a
Like a magma elemental.
yeah, got some magma going on. All right,
looks
I'm gonna add him to the guys here.
Excellent.
He can join the party.
Yeah.
That was just. Yeah.
No?
That's
Should I not have done that?
Frightening.
Was it
Is
not
that what it
dope?
was?
Nope.
Distinct lack of dope.
It wasn't dope, fam?
Also, Emerald Dragon Games says, I actually do blame Dave for licking too much paint because I followed you now.
Oh, no.
And at least for a year, and I have the chromates in my system. So I blame you, Dave.
Oh, no.
But is it keeping a nice point on your brush?
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is, it's worth
Win.
it. It's
Worth
worth
it.
it.
It's worth it. Totally worth it.
All right.
No, that looks really good, Gretchen.
Yeah, I like how I like his face when he spins back around.
Yeah, he looks angry in a mischievous way.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, fire is playful and mischievous.
yeah.
And angry.
And angry.
I was thinking the white makes me think it's really hot.
Yep.
That's
Like really hot fire.
Yeah.
kind of, I was hoping. If I want a really hot fire, I could have made a blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Blue fire.
Blue flame.
Dang it.
What's cool is if you burn newspaper, it usually the ink has like some copper in it or whatever.
So you get the
and
green and
yeah,
the
you get
sparky
the
things.
green. Yeah.
You can get magic powder to throw into your campfire at most like camping places, and it will turn it funny colors. The thing you have to watch out
What?
for though, yeah, you could.
I literally
wanna
become a
do,
wizard?
Yes. I want to do a D&D camp night.
I want to, not to.
One night fun,
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah. With the tavern beef stew.
Yeah.
We all meet at the tavern beef stew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be great. But yeah, you can make it funny colors. You just can't roast marshmallows over it because it's chemicals.
And you wait a minute at least.
You can't toast. You'd have chemical marshmallows.
You're gonna need to have two separate fires. Then.
Yeah.
Your marshmallow
But
fire
who-
and your
And
magic fire.
It's magic.
It's really what you use whenever you've eaten all of the food available, and now it's story time.
Right. Okay.
Game time.
That sounds fair enough.
Yeah.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you toss it into the flames, like a, poof, and then you start playing.
Now I want to go camping. Or at least go to
Camping,
the,
camp.
or
I
go
just
to
want
Ravenwood
marshmallows.
Castle in Ohio.
Oh, that'd be nice. They actually have a place where you can rent out.
Ravenwood Castle?
No, you can rent out the Hobbit.
Oh,
style. Yeah, that's in Maryland.
What?
They have one in Maryland, and so you have to book like a year in advance because everyone's always trying to
have
get
no
the
time
Hobbit
for
Hobble.
A year?
But it's the only
Next Halloween.
next Halloween we camp.
Team trip.
But they have 3 different campgrounds. They have
The Shire?
They have just one Hobbit hole.
Of course.
And then they have the plain campgrounds, and then they have tree houses.
Ooh, tree houses.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, tree houses are awesome.
I feel like I'd want to camp with like a bunch of friends, but have one for each, and then have like elves versus dwarves versus hobbits. I like field day.
I'm down for that. Dang it. That sounds perfect.
Excellent.
But yes, Ravenwood Castle is in Ohio, and you can actually rent out the castle for like weekend events and do like D&D in the castle or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I like these guys. You're a fast painter. Jeez.
The well, these were really pretty easy because they're lots of washes, but of course, as you've seen, the tough part with using lots of washes is that they take a long time to dry. So if you're doing something like this, where you maybe not doing it on elementals, but if you're doing it on ghosts or the night haunts from Age of Sigmar and that sort of thing, do a whole bunch at the same time. Do like 20 at once. So you can work through. So by the time you get to the 20th, the first one's dry.
And then you have 20.
Then you got 20.
Yeah.
Exactly. Makes it a lot easier. But yeah, when you're doing it just for like a single D&D mini, it can be a little bit tough.
This is true.
But
Eh.
maybe it's just tough for an hour-long painting show. But
No, it is
Okay.
because as you're sitting there waiting for everything to dry, it's like.
we're gonna have to talk
We got-
about
yeah,
maple
we gotta-
syrup and Netflix.
I mean, oh, did you say maple syrup?
No,
I'm
I
gonna
did
make
not.
you maple syrup themed something, tavern food. For the
Yes,
next-
the hardtack.
Yeah.
Maple syrup flavored hardtack. So
Wait 1 second. Melbos was saying apparently a lot of UK castles let you do full rentals.
Oh wow. Cool.
Ooh.
That would be amazing.
And they're like original
13.
ones.
Yeah,
This
they're the
is
OG.
trip. Business. This is business,
castles
and
are
that is a
castles. It
trip.
doesn't matter where they're at.
Yes, it
What a
does.
castle.
If it's a 13th century castle, it does make a difference.
Yes.
Don't sully it with facts.
Or history or
Right.
exciting events.
Yeah, there's a castle out in Mount Airy, Maryland. I don't think that has exactly the same demand as going to like London
The
or
ones in
Yes.
Wales.
UK or whatever.
Definitely not.
Fun castles.
I don't know what you guys are
Fun
talking about.
castles.
All castles are fun. Are they not?
Haunted castle.
Yes.
Also, One Inch Hero says assembly line painting is magical for cranking out armies,
Yep,
Hmm.
definitely.
which makes a lot of sense. Sorry, Rick, what were you going to say?
Magic.
Magic?
He was just depressed that nobody was excited about his castle anymore.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not depressed about that. I just know that it's more affordable to go to the one in Ohio.
Yeah, but really, it's in Ohio, though.
Yeah, is it really a castle if it's in Ohio?
Or is it magical if it's in Ohio?
Is anything in Ohio magical?
Can I lay siege to it? That's the question. I can lay siege to it. It's a castle.
Dang.
That's true, actually.
Or if it has a moat by default.
Right.
Hence, yeah.
You guys are the worst. The absolute worst.
What is,
Well,
yeah,
actually,
what does it need to
castles aren't
have?
even
Yeah.
that nice. Palaces is really where you want to stay.
True. But I feel like there's just something like
Grungy.
robust about it. I'm in my grunge phase, okay?
My castle grunge.
My castle grunge phase. I never left it. Is it really a castle if you don't have like the slight suspicion of something lurking?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
think so.
Like,
Every Scooby-Doo episode, it was a lurking thing.
yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Peter says, "LOL. If it can withstand siege, it's a castle."
Yep.
I don't know if
All
our
right, so
siege
I
would
challenge
be
one of
something
you-
difficult to withstand.
In the chat room, if you would be so kind as to go to and look up on Google Ravenwood Castle, Ohio. It's in Ohio. And share the link in the chat room so that people can be like, oh, it's a thing. It really is. Rick's not being just
Oh,
silly.
we totally believe that
Yeah,
it's a thing.
It's
But then you can look at the castle and you can go, it looks like a castle. And it's so if it looks like a castle,
What year
smells
was
like a
it made,
castle.
though?
I can't answer that
Carl
question.
says, "Can you lay siege to a bouncy castle?" Asking for a friend.
Totally.
I believe it depends if your heart
think
is
so.
in it and your bounce is strong
One
and
Inch
you're
Heroes just-
riding a horse on a stick or have a friend with a pair of coconuts, you can in fact lay siege to a bouncy castle.
I agree.
Rick,
Huh?
check this out.
What are we looking at?
I don't know. All right.
Waiting for it.
Johnny, Johnny,
Pretty good.
It's not working.
Johnny.
I know what Johnny's trying to
It's
do.
coming out.
That's
I know what he was trying to do.
This-
And I approve, Johnny. Thank you.
this is no castle.
You guys are the worst.
Also, Mel was saying apparently they have one next to the Corbin School. It has a moat and a gatehouse, and you can hire the whole thing for £500 for a long weekend.
Wow.
Oh,
There you
see?
go.
Moat. Done.
There it is.
Oh, is that the
That's
castle?
Ravenwood Castle. Come on.
It's a little small.
It looks beautiful.
There are windows on the bottom floor.
You're the worst.
That's
Has a
the
nice
worst.
deck.
It looks beautiful though, right?
Apologies to the owners of Ravenwood Castle, but
It has a nice deck.
Wow.
I'm sure it's great for weddings,
I'm sure it is, as they do hold weddings there.
yeah.
You guys are
parties.
the worst. I don't want to
Kurt says it's
My
actually,
cat's 21st.
I don't want to talk to you guys anymore.
apparently Kurt has stayed there as a special guest in the Duke's dungeon room.
Yep.
Oh.
The Duke's dungeon room. Nice.
That seems appropriate.
I don't know if I want
I'm
to
sorry,
stay
I'm
in
Your
your dungeon
face.
room.
Your face right now.
I'm just saying those arrow slits are far too wide.
You know, arrow slit. I mean, you guys are the worst.
Does that have a talking window?
Murder holes.
I'll give you murder holes.
Jeremy Rogers says, in the words of Obi-Wan, dang it, the chat.
In the words of
Jasmine,
Obi-Wan,
dang
dang it.
in the words of Obi-Wan, that's no castle.
This is not the castle you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm sure Obi-Wan would say dang it too,
Yep.
if he needed to. I'm sure he said much stronger things than on the inside.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes, no windows on the ground floor. It's Siege 101
Yeah.
of what not to
They
do.
look like they're gonna wrestle.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they should just hug.
Hug it out. Oh, they can do it. They can do it. Aww.
The chat
And
agrees.
Elspin is going the other way.
Oh, dang.
Now it kind of looks like they're like having a good fun time, and my fire guy is like looking at the water guy like, yo, we could hug too, but no.
It wouldn't work for us.
Just so you feel better, Dave, the
it's
chat
just-
agrees
we
with
can't.
your disdain for Ravenwood.
Cool.
I'm sorry,
But
Rick.
it's,
I'm so glad
I'm sure
you-
it's really nice.
I'm so
how
glad you
about
brought
this?
it to our
If we were to
attention.
rent that castle and invite people to come and play Dungeons and Dragons there for a weekend, who would say no? Because there's windows on the first floor.
And,
It's in Ohio.
And it's in Ohio.
yep. 2 strikes against it.
Dang it.
Which is closer to us than Indiana was.
This is true.
True. That is
This
true.
is true.
Indiana's out there.
Okay.
So we have actually come to the end of our program. So let's take a look at all the wonderful minis.
They're
I'm gonna put
beautiful.
this one back. Which one are we getting rid of, Rick? Which one?
Get rid of the,
You guys doing that?
not that one, that's the one I just put there. That one. Yeah.
Get rid of the dry one.
Yep.
There
So
we go.
Ooh, look
one,
at the
the water
elemental.
one looks wet.
And now we can properly summon Captain Planet.
That's true.
We just need heart.
A heart, and we all have that, right?
That's what the community gives us.
The community gives us heart. All right, so in closing today, we again appreciate everybody joining us here for Painting Happy Little Minis. Again, make sure that you have hashtagged brush strokes, hashtag brush strokes, to win this amazing beholder miniature right here that we have that we're going to give away after the program. We're going to go back and look at who all did the hashtag, and we'll pick one of y'all and be like, cool, at least you're not in Lithuania, so I can send it to you. And if there is someone from Lithuania, I apologize. You're not going to win. No, I'm just kidding.
At least you're not from Lithuania.
They've got,
I'm just thinking about shipping costs.
they've got fantastic castles in Lithuania.
Yeah. Speaking of castles.
See, if you're in Lithuania, you can't get that, but you have a castle.
Then we have castles. Thank you for letting us be a part of your community and joining us today, as we love you being a part of ours. You can join us all the time over at the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group, where, again, there's painters of all levels in there, and you can ask questions and give advice and just be a part of a great welcoming community in the painting realm. I'd like to thank Gretchen for joining us today, and always Dave, who's over there, surly as he is about Ohio castles.
I was feeling a bit salty today. It sort of came across, didn't it?
Please take it out on Ohio. They've had
And
worse.
This is true.
I'd also like to say thank you to Carolina Game Tables. We don't say it enough. The streamer table that we use here is from them, and if you want to find out more about Carolina Game Tables, go to carolinagametable.com or just type in Carolina Game Tables, and it'll take you to all of their social media platforms. And you can see all the wonderful tables that they do offer. If you're looking for a game table in your game room or dining room or living room, they have everything from coffee to dining and just amazing stuff.
And gaming.
And what?
And gaming as
And
well.
gaming as well, yeah.
Secret gaming
Yeah, wasn't
tables.
that-
Super, yeah, where you can,
I want it lever, and then
Yeah.
I want
yeah, with remote controls. And it goes,
I think, yeah.
yeah,
That's what,
yeah,
yeah.
it does the
That's
whole
what I
thing.
want.
Yeah, who doesn't want that? Dang it, now I want that. Jody and Clint, can you make one that when I press a button, it goes and becomes a...
Exactly that noise, though. Exactly.
That's going to be the most expensive part.
Yeah.
Getting
Getting
the sound
noise.
effects.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be very cool. So on that note, this has been Penny Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick,
I'm Gretchen.
I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store. Guys, we're super excited to share that our new book, The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, is now available.
We love tabletop gaming as much as you do, and we're so thrilled to share the finished book with the community. This book covers the history of the tabletop industry, from classic board games like Monopoly to collectible card games like Magic, and of course, RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
The book also highlights some of the top talent in the industry, featuring interviews with Peter Atkinson, Matthew Mercer, Larry Elmore, and many more. Plus, we chatted with collectors from all walks of life who shared their own knowledge and insight about tabletop collecting.
We also discuss everything from the impact of crowdfunding on the current state of the industry, as well as take a look at all sorts of ways to preserve your collection for years to come. This book provides a perfect snapshot of the tabletop industry at large and shows what makes this hobby so great.
You can head into your local game store or comic shop right now and pick up your copy of the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games. If they don't have it in stock, you can order your copy through previews, through Game Trade Magazine, or through gemstonepub.com.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.